Hey, what's going on, babe? Happy New Year, 2022. Gonna be something, not the major deal, but just a little drop in the bucket on New Year's Day. I'm gonna just kind of show you what we got working here. Got a little chicken wings working. You know, we got the oxtails and sausage, and we got some turkey neck bones. And then we got our chicken stock over here, and we're gonna put all this together, and we just gonna have a good time on New Year eating some gumbo. It's not traditional. It's just a little something that I've learned over the years. So we'll get back to you once we start preparing. Hey guys, what's up? We're back working on the gumbo. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna brown our chicken and brown our sausage, and we're doing it out here on my Blackstone because my wife, she don't like the smell of the seasonings and all up going in the house. And so we pretty much do everything out here in the man cave. Watching Bama whoop up on Cincinnati in the New Year's, in the playoffs. So right now, I'm just gonna take my chicken and drop it in some oil. Basically, we just browning chicken wings and get them nice and brown. And then later on, we're gonna come back and brown some sausage. Got to make sure that the water is off of those chicken wings when you put them in that oil to brown. Okay, and so right now we're just gonna let that brown, and then as you can see, we got the sausage over here, and we're gonna let that brown too. And probably what we need to do, probably need to go ahead and crank up the old Blackstone just to get it fired up a little bit. You know, get some extra stuff going on over there. That way we just got a little bit more fire going. Hey guys, just finishing up browning our chicken. Okay, we browned our chicken in the oil, and that oil is gonna also be used to make our roux. But right now we're taking out the chicken, and we're gonna brown some sausage. So just wanted you to kind of see how we preparing this thing, you know, and it's gonna be delicious. Right now, I'm about to drop some andouille sausage off in that same grease that I cooked the chicken in. We're gonna go ahead and drop some andouille sausage in there. And it's just to brown it. We're just gonna brown the sausage. And from there, after that, we'll show you how to make that roux. Be back in a few. All right, guys, we just got through browning the sausage, and we're gonna go ahead and pull our sausage off. All right, and that grease and the residue that's left over, that's what we're gonna make our roux with. Boy, it's gonna be nice and spicy. It's gonna taste delicious. For some of you guys that, hey, you veterans at the gumbo thing, everybody knows gumbo can be done however you want it. Obviously, there's a unique Louisiana flavor that some people fall in love with. But as you go over time, if you cooked it enough, you end up creating your own recipe, and your family loves it for what it is. And that's how it is over here at the Wifey's. You know, I started making gumbo about 20 years ago when my mom used to make it for Christmas, and it just became to be a family tradition over the years where we make it at Christmas, Thanksgiving. You can even make it, you know, on New Year's Day. So right now what I'm gonna do is I got some flour, and I'm gonna go ahead and start working on my roux. And you guys know how that roux goes, baby. You know, sometimes, you know, it takes a while to get that roux down the way it's supposed to. But we're gonna work on it. We're gonna get it seasoned and brown to where we need it to be. And you guys are gonna love it. You guys are gonna love it. We'll be back in a few. Right now, And here's the thing about the roux. You know, you gotta make sure you get that good golden, dark brown roux. Some people like it light. You gotta continue to stir it because it can burn up. But if you stir it, you'll be just fine. And as you'll see, we'll come back in a little bit. That roux will be dark, nice and dark. And then we can add the Holy Trinity. All right, so we'll see you guys in a few once that roux gets brown. Hey guys, we back. Take a look at the roux. As you can see, we're working on it. It's getting a little bit darker, but we're gonna go on just because I'm not a big fan of just very, very dark roux. We're gonna go ahead and what we do is add, and normally you could cut up your onions and do all of that. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I just use the onions and bell pepper. Woo, see this seasoning that is pretty much already cut up, frozen. Most people would say, oh, that's the cheap way of doing it. Maybe so, but hey, I'm not cooking for a big audience. I'm just cooking for the fam. Got some bell peppers and stuff, and now we're just letting that roux set in and cook in to those flavors. Okay, y'all know how it goes from here, baby. Look at there, look at there. Oh man, that looks so delicious. Yeah, and we'll just throw that in there just like that. Got a little bit of okra. Got a bag of okra that I'll go ahead and throw in there too, and mix it in with that roux, you know. And we just get it going. We just gonna get it going. This is just a family pot of gumbo, you know, for the fam. You know, I ain't trying to impress nobody, just showing you how we do it here at the Whiteley's. Now, guys, we've already got the Holy Trinity going, and we're gonna go ahead and add our chicken stock, okay? Add our chicken stock. Some people say you can use water. You can use whatever you want. Okay, that's the thing about gumbo. You know, if people go back to the history of gumbo, hey, all it is a French and Spanish dish, you know, and the Africans threw a little okra in there, and guess what? All it is a mixture of all your favorite trimmings all in one. So now we got that going, all right. And then we're gonna go ahead, you know, bring that up to a nice boil. Once that gets to boiling, we'll throw in our sausage and our chicken. And that's what we're doing, a chicken and sausage gumbo. And it's gonna be good on the Blackstone. We'll get with you in a few minutes. Guys, we back. Now, we're gonna go ahead and add the meat to the stock. And now it's getting ready to jump off. So you kinda gotta be careful, just making sure you don't overload everything. You know, we'll get a little bit of chicken. You know, we're gonna probably save the sausage for a little bit later, but we're gonna go ahead and get that chicken in, because remember, we didn't cook that chicken all the way, okay? We just kind of fried it up a little bit, you know, to get that seasoning and some of that stock. All right, and you can see that pot getting big. I love chicken wings in gumbo. That way, you know, sometimes people cook gumbo and the chicken kind of shreds. You know, I don't really like the chicken to shred. I like people to be able to pull out a chicken wing or a chunk of chicken without all the shred. The shred chicken just reminds me of like a stew. And I'm not trying to make a chicken stew. I'm trying to make gumbo with all the trimmings. All right. There we go. Now, some of you guys may look at this and say, man, what is this? This is what we call basically some smoked pork neck bones that I have cut up, and I'm gonna add to the gumbo, and it's just gonna bring out a whole nother flavor. And it's got some meatiness to it. And that way, you know, every time somebody gets a spoon of gumbo, man, it's gonna be some meat in it. And that's what people, you know, people just don't want to eat soup. They want to make sure that there's some meat in this gumbo. So boy, look at that there. That is prime cooking right there. Prime cooking. So we'll be back. We're gonna let this simmer. We're gonna let this simmer, and we'll be back in a few. Cooking gumbo on New Year's Eve on the Blackstone. Now guys, I got everything in the pot. The chicken, the sausage, the turkey necks, the pork necks, and the sausage. So now we're just gonna let this thing simmer. I came on inside just because it was getting a little hot out in the man cave. So we'll be back when everything is finished. Hey, what's up? Hey, here's the final product right here, guys. Look at that gumbo. It is so delicious. Just want you guys to know, hey, Happy New Year. Many blessings to you. And hey, stay tuned with K-Dub's cooking channel. It's fire. Love you. Have a good day. Y'all don't want to hear it.